Ooh,
line
this
and
is Jesus.
Shoot him.
Hello there.
Fuck him up.
See what happens.
You're a little too close for me to lock you. Back up a little bit. That turned 180 degrees. This is terrible. Somebody get Tumbrel on the phone. The cyclone is inferior.
Guess I can drop you guys off at the Herc.
Yep, sounds good.
Tobi.
I'll stop.
Nah, I got out in the exact spot I needed to.
Yeah. Thank you.
Landing gear deployed.
You're looking a little white there, Eldritch.
Yeah, same to you. A white passing, if you will.
Who was running on the ground that I shot some missiles next to?
I think that was
Russian.
Eldritch, right?
I mean, I had an Inferno try to shoot me while I was on the ground. I
No,
don't
that was the
recall
F8.
any missiles. No, I definitely had an Inferno in front of me trying to shoot me with their fucking size 7.
That was me.
Yeah.
I mean,
God.
Remy was prowling.
I was just like, do I kill him?
So,
Any more comments for Agile Coffee real quick?
Sorry, Vance, could you get out of Quantum real quick? I may have made a boo-boo. Oh wait, never mind, you're good. Sorry, I got out of the table seat and it threw me into the little extendo seat on the side, and I didn't realize it. So you're golden,
I
Sorry.
already stopped you. I'll resume.
Yeah.
I guess I have a question. Was it effective for the Inferno to stay as low as it was the entire time?
No, I could've
Yeah.
stayed up more.
Well, sort of. So I think the more pressing thing was that it made you too close to shoot missiles at, more than anything else, and that meant you were never really under any threat. So that's something I put in my coffee message, right? Is that you guys came in heavier fighters this time, which meant here's the breakdown. You guys were too close most of the time to fire missiles at. And what else was it? Yeah,
I
too
assume
close
you
to
could
fire
dumb
missiles.
fire though.
Well, not while I'm disabled, actually, and that was a big issue. You disabled me pretty quickly, and I couldn't downfire anything. And the Storm A, you can't really dumbfire it because they shoot up. So,
No, they shoot at an angle.
well, yeah, that's what I mean. But the other issue was that you guys were heavier fighters, so anytime you started taking shield damage, you just failed, right?
Yep.
And I still couldn't shoot you because I was disabled, so there's nothing really stopping you from coming back and leaving and coming back and leaving, which happened a few times.
So for any of the ground vehicles, were any of you distorted, but then the distortion wore it off and you were re-enabled, so to speak? Did that happen?
Bands, yeah. You stay me for like 30 seconds and I came back and shoot you again.
Like
Okay,
the Centurion was before a bunch of missiles came my way.
because I thought I disabled someone, and then
Oh, somebody,
a little bit later they started firing, so I went back. And then I think while like Dell was hitting the last person, I was just going around and distorting all the everyone else just to make sure that they were still down.
Yeah, the distortions suck because they work so quickly for the ground vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Vance, why'd you stop?
Quantum drive is now on.
Vance, you crashed.
Landing gear raised.
I think Vance hard crashed.
hey Rickon, are you wanting to run us back?
Are those what else? Fly those back?
No, it's just us two left on the ground out here.
Oh, okay. Where did we leave our actual gear?
Where did we go for the first thing before the 30K?
Go to Calliope?
Calliope, yep.
8?
Yes.
Should have been 8.
Copy.
Okay, I'm gonna go through as well coffee. Feel free to keep adding stuff if you want. You have upvotes too. Alright, start with number 3. Great showcase from the, sorry, 3 upvotes. Showcase from the ground, great showcase from the ground team. Next time, don't cluster as close. I agree with both of those points. That last one, when you guys were a bit closer together, it was way easier to find you guys. Once we found one, we could immediately spot all of you.
Well,
I
that
did
was
say
also
go to
because
1,000.
wait, okay. We had one person say go 700, one person say 1,000. I said 800. So we gotta work that out.
Yeah, it looked like you guys were really close together, like, well
I
under
think that was more because we were gray on white, which is much more visible than the last place we did.
Yes, definitely. I definitely had a much easier time spotting you because of
Except for Vans, who had a white paint job, which is the correct thing. But
No. That was Eldridge.
Eldritch.
I
Well,
have
it's
those.
Van Storm, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that really hurt us compared to the other one.
that. Yeah. Or like even if you kind of post up next to a rock, so you kind of pretend to be a rock, and you're not right next to people, it'll be a lot. Yeah, it'll be a lot easier. But yeah, it like I think if you guys can stay 700 away from each other, so that if we're right above one of you guys, we can't pick anyone else up on radar.
Well, that's the fun
Probably
part.
ideal.
We were 700 away from each other on that
Yeah,
last
well,
one.
except for me and Vans, but yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, maybe
The
even
other-
further than that then.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
other reason I was suggesting, because I was suggesting 750, so that the furthest person from the other person on the diamond formation would have been about 1,500 away if we were in a perfect diamond. But
You could. Yeah, you could put like the Centurions closer to the middle, and then spread the missile boats, further around, so
We
that
actually-
they're within range of at least one Centurion. But
we actually think it should be the opposite, where the two missile boats are pretty much next to each other. Then the
Okay.
Centurions are off to either side, because then
you
you've got
think
umbrella
that.
coverage.
yeah, keep in mind anything right next to each other, they're gonna die real fast.
yeah. I'm gonna. You think that Eldritch, but no comment.
From an air
Yeah.
perspective, don't put anyone right next to each other. It's
I
just
don't mean
way
like
too
right
easy
next
pick.
to each other, but what I
Okay.
mean is like, as long as they're within range of the Centurions that
Yep.
could overlap coverage, that's fine.
Yeah, no, we were talking a bunch about this during the debrief, but we have to do testing and figure out the optimal formation and stuff.
Eldritch, you're in Mecca 1?
I'm not at Miko 1 currently, no.
Okay, I was trying to get
Thank you.
Got a random
Please visit again.
Anyone know AJ
Please
Almighty?
proceed to sign
No,
landing
no
bay.
idea who that is. He's
Oh,
just a
who are
random
you guys?
server.
He just
He
wants,
said-
he just wants them.
Reagan,
Oh.
this is not a, this isn't...
Yeah.
Leave area or you will be trespassing? Question mark? Oh,
Okay.
shit. Somebody... Whose ship is this? Because they just left the server.
Comms. Alright, next one. I want to get through this because we're a couple minutes over time. Very useful CAS continuation. Clearly shows how devastating Centurions are, and fighters need to stay clear of them. You guys took down 2 of us in the first bout. Missiles from afar versus the Centurions. If only one is left and the fighter is a heavy with distortions, it can face tank the last one. I had a great time with Reckon, Smiley, Elder, and Van Halen on the ground. Nice.
Someday you'll figure out how to say the name right.
Communication was. Is it actually pronounced right?
Landing gear.
Go to
No,
Reagan.
they're making fun of me. I keep calling it Reckon when it's Riken.
Yeah, I was saying Riken. Okay. Communication was good the first round, but our second round had bugs plague the communication process, make it essentially impossible to focus specific targets. Star Citizen being Star Citizen is nothing new. Had fun despite the usual errors and problems.
Landing complete.
Setup
Pleasant stay.
always like that when we have to move much equipment, even when we streamline it. Yep. Anything else to add to that?
No, well, yeah, a little bit. So, you know, that bug with the namings and Centurions really is a pain in the ass. It does make it very hard. I tried to do callouts for the vehicles to like focus fire on and stuff like that. It just didn't work because we couldn't get names down, and it's hard to identify ships in midair and stuff like that. So
That bug also doesn't let you range find, so you're basically eyeballing.
yeah,
your guns.
yeah.
As long as you
Exactly.
guys are still like practicing the communication and getting that down, it's a step in the right direction.
Attempting to is the key word here.
Yeah.
I'm not playing us out, Rick, and we'll be trespassing in the ship, so it's probably going to mark us as red. We're going to try to go to the station. So I just want to get out and log out.
It should be fine. You're not going to get fired on, right?
I think it'll mark us red, won't it?
Being marked red is not a crime set. It basically means it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
We got 40 minutes to land at time.
Okay.
Look forward to seeing how things change when Master Modes is released. Yes, definitely. For better or worse. I think for Kaz it'll be hugely helpful to all the air fighters, air superiority fighters, anyone going air to ground. I can't wait to see how easy, if it's significantly easier to see infantry, like raccoons on the ground as well. If we have that massive 100x zoom in.
Oh yeah,
also-
that
There
thing.
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also just being able to dumbfire a
You
missile
missile.
at like a Centurion from 10 clicks away will be hilarious.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Why is Echo
So, I
chasing
can't
nigga?
wait for that.
Until you get blasted by it at 6.
Oh shit, she
I
jumped
know,
on
right?
him. They
So
fighting.
yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Yep, I'm really
Oh,
looking
she
forward
on
to that. It
nigga,
should really
hey.
shake up the game a lot.
Yeah. Great training, though Star Citizen was giving me all kinds of bugs that made it hard to get things moving. We're going to do some more testing during trainings to find the optimal ranges and formations. Good to hear. As the last battle, we couldn't get many missiles
Oh,
off as you guys kept a closer range. Then simply bailed out, yeah, with the heavy fighters when the Centurions locked on. I did get hit by a couple, I think 2 smaller missiles that were pretty quick.
yeah, but those were 2 smaller missiles in an F8 is not much of anything really.
Yeah, it didn't do too much. Great recovery after 30k to get one more. Whoops, my bad. One more group fight in. Appreciate the effort to get on quick there. Thank you.
Yep, that was good.
Yeah, and it was a fun fight. Both of them were very fun fights. Rhino should try new defensive positions. Could prove to keep the Ravens and Raptors away. Yep, I think we've done that. I'm actually going to merge that here. Yeah, it was very good. I was gonna say, I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good one. A little
Kaz
messy,
is-
but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we would probably get better at starting up a little quicker.
Oh no, I don't mean like.
There's bugs and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was messy because of bugs, not because of like how we handled it.
Yeah, and it was kind of annoying the first battle. We could see Riken, even though you weren't in
Yeah.
their party. I tried to just ignore you for a little while.
Yeah, I had when we were with the Carrick, I think I had to backspace 3 times because of various issues. I think I fell through the planet once. I got stuck in vans another time. We had to exit to menus twice. Yeah, it was a mess.
When we did the Hammerhead assault, we had the same party issue with Seth. Seth was on the
Yeah.
opposite team from me, and we could see him just like floating over to the Prowler, like trying to stealthily take over the dropship that we just kind of left there, and we're sitting there just watching him do this. Like, should we kill him? So yeah, that's been an issue for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the really annoying ones for party stuff.
But Kaz is very important, right? A lot of the scenarios and PvP battles, organized battles that we do are like the primary objective is something on the ground, and the
Yeah.
purpose of primary purpose of the air is to hold air superiority so they can control the ground from the air, and then you have both all the fighter pilots in the air plus all the ground infantry against just the enemy ground infantry, those numbers will stack in your favor, right? So CAS is very important. It can be really tough to do, obviously, we learned, but it's always good to practice it, so I like doing that. And I hope you guys have fun.
Yeah,
Anyone
good.
want to add anything else? Yeah, okay.
Nope.
I think we basically just kind of discussed everything
Yeah.
that can kind of come up on this one.
I don't know where the hell my landing bay is, though. Like,
Oh, classic.
yeah. Thought they did away with this.
Anyways, I'm happy I got my M2. I don't have to bug people for a hurt now. At least until the next patch, probably.
Yeah, and what else did you buy? A ballista? Is that what it was?
Yeah, Ballista got taken in a patch wipe at some point, so I got another one.
Nice, nice.
But yeah, my next goal is a Mantis, because I love the Mantis. It's just such a cool design.
I like the look of it. It looks kind of
Yeah.
like a mini Enterprise or something like that.
Yeah, kind of like that. And I love the interior, too.
I haven't actually
love
been in
the-
one.
I love that
It-
for an interdiction ship, they're just like, oh yeah, for an interdiction ship, you need a coffee maker.
Yeah, no, it's got a bed, a coffee maker, and it's like, I don't know why it has it, but I like it.
Well, you have to stay awake.
Yeah, you got to
So
make sure they
funny.
stay interdicted.
Yeah, I really hope they have
For
the
the-
combat variant of it at some point. So.
For their very exciting gameplay of interdicting ships from far distances.
Well, so with master modes, you're going to have to interdict someone if you want to kill them, because they'll just be able to switch to nav mode and fly away.
I thought I don't know if it's as good as you think it's gonna be, but we'll find out, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what word on the street is.
Yeah, it's probably gonna take a few balance passes.
I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
it's gonna take a minute for them to be able to spool and leave and everything and change everything over, because aren't their shields supposed to drop too?
Yeah,
Their shields are supposed to drop. They drop to 100%, and then it starts speeding you up at that point. That's what they said. That's what they showcased.
Yeah,
How
go.
fast it's going to be is beyond
Right.
us, but they said it should be around 10 to 15 seconds of vulnerability. So that's plenty of time
Oh,
for
that
a
long?
to get
Yeah.
on somebody and just
thought it was just,
absolutely
like,
pop
3.
them.
Yeah, that's
no,
good.
it's 10 seconds, right?
That's really good.
So
But like that's the thing. It's just like your shields go down and you just immediately get distorted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be the idea, right? With a Mantis, you can put 2 size 3 distortions on it, so
I think they're gonna adjust distortion damage and make it take a lot longer. But we'll
Yeah.
see.
They-
Well,
they
So many
needed-
people are complaining.
They've
I just
needed
think-
to do that for some time, though.
Yeah.
distortion just should do a lot less damage to shields, is my opinion.
They should do almost
Yeah.
no damage to shields and
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, agreed.
like you shouldn't be able to distort yourself if you're too close.
Yeah. Classic, yeah. Alright, I'm out. I'm gonna go eat some like tacos or something.
Tacos.
Alright.
Jeez.
All right, hope you have a good one.
Alright.
Taco
Good night,
Tuesday.
everyone. Yeah.
It's the season.
Yeah.
It's always the season for tacos.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Oh,
Taco Tuesdays.
I agree.
But yeah, no, I think it was a good training. I think that unfortunately a lot of the stuff that we can practice right now is just fundamentals because we know that everything's going to be getting shaken up here very soon.
Yeah.
So it's going to be harder to get people to commit to these ideas
Yeah.
in the long term.
Soon TM.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I,
I mean,
haven't
within
been
the
spending
next
a ton
6
of
months,
time.
right?
Yeah, I mean probably within the next 2 to 3. I think initially they were hoping to get it out first quarter, which would have been March. I personally don't think it's coming out in March. Like, it doesn't seem like they're ready for that. But
for
maybe
master
April.
modes, or what?
Generally for 323 for everything that they want to put in.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
I landed the space whale dead center.
Good job.
It's right
So
here on the
maybe
X.
April or March, May. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know why they're pushing master mode so hard, and they haven't even put it into the PTU.
Probably because they've been testing it for Squadron 42, and it works there.
Well,
Just they want
so
it to be a seamless experience between the two games.
I guess, but
they've been quote unquote working it for like 2 years though. I don't think they've really been working it much until very recently.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm not thrilled with how slow.
I
they,
agree.
Yeah. Turn
I don't
everything
like
down.
I don't like how slow it is. I don't like that when after you stop boosting, you're like, well, 3 sheets to the wind, I am fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. And then I guess, yeah, I don't like that they're, tuning down the MAV thrusters, verts and lats.
Honestly, they're
Good.
just way too focused on keeping this World War II quote-unquote cinematic fighting.
Yeah, I want to fly spaceships, not
Well,
airplanes.
but like that's the thing, is it's like you can have that in atmosphere.
Yeah.
And even then, you could go faster. Just look at a game like Ace Combat. Like the latest one, they start out at long ranges and a lot of maneuvering, but eventually it all spirals into this fucking dance of death.
That's a fucking knife fight where
Yeah.
everybody's just barely missing each other with the tip of the knife. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. But with like super tuned down lats and verts,
I don't know.
you're just not going to be able to do any like maneuvers. Like there's no defensive or evasive maneuvers.
I don't appreciate what they're doing to the flight model. I wish they would just do minor adjustments to what's already there as opposed to a massive change.
Yeah.
And I'm also not a big fan of the mass amount of gimbaling weapons.
Oh, I can't believe that. That pisses me off more than anything.
I wish that you could ungimbal a turret.
How may I help?
I'd be surprised if you can't.
I'm surprised that you can already. Like, it's already a thing you can do with pilot
Right.
guns. Why can't you do it with a turret?
Yeah.
It would be really nice to just have fixed crosshair aiming on a lot of fucking guns, especially with turrets, because it does. It was my main complaint was when I first got into the game was that the turret auto aims for me. I'm already a better shot than the fucking turret's auto aiming. I don't need the turret to auto aim for me. I just need that little reticle to be there, and I can aim at that if I want to. It doesn't need to auto aim at it.
I guess the other question I have is, are they getting rid of the lag pip?
I
How
hope
does it-
not.
I don't
That
think
would be-
so. Why, did they say something about that?
I don't know.
Everything's gimbaled. You wouldn't really need a lag pip, would you?
No. Not everything will be gimbaled. Ships like the Ares.
There's
will
gonna be
not
like
gimbaled.
4 ships that won't have gimbals.
So, and then the Ares, since it's not gimbaled, you kind of need lag pip because you can actually aim where you want to aim as opposed to just a fucking dot in space.
I might be wrong, but weren't they using lag pip for the demonstration of the Gladius versus the Hammerhead in the
Yeah, I think they were.
Citizen
yeah.
Con?
And I think it's probably gonna be renamed Precision Mode.
I
That's
think
fine.
that. Yeah, I think they're keeping lag pip.
Okay, good, because like I would be very upset if they took that away.
Yeah.
Like, I might be wrong, but I'm putting that out there now. But I think they were already using the lag pip whenever they were going after the Hammerhead.
I also hope that anything that is gimbaled is fucking worse
Shitty.
than hard. Was shittier than hard mounted shit. Or
Yeah.
less capacitors.
Well, I
shoot
think it's
slower,
just a
whatever.
It's a 20% DPS loss. I think it's the fire rate goes down by 20%, which really in the
Oh.
long run doesn't really mean much because you still have the same amount of bullets. You know.
So,
the
I
capacitor.
remember what they said about gimbals now, and what it was all of your weapons are going to be gimbaled. It's going to be a thing. Obviously, there's going to be ships like the Inferno that don't have gimbals because they're specifically designed not to. But the difference is going to be that you can turn gimbaled mode on and off, and if you turn gimbaled
Right.
mode on, it decreases the fire rate.
Yep.
If you have it off, then it will be standard fire rate, more damage.
But that's where I think it needs to be more than 20%.
From what I understood, it was only going to be like a 10% decrease in fire rate.
I think they
So-
said 20. Pretty sure they said 20.
They're trying to make the game too accessible.
Yeah, it's super noob friendly now. It's like everyone that wants to, get good and actually use some skill to beat other people can't do that.
They're trying to
Because the
raise the
ceiling is
skill
way too low.
floor, and they're trying to
No,
crunch the skill.
they're not
Yeah,
raising the floor.
ceiling.
They're lowering the ceiling. Yeah,
They're doing both.
They're doing both. Yeah, they're crunching it. That's what they're doing. Instead
Yeah,
of it
but-
being a 100-story building, they're just going, you know what? What if we dropped it down to 20?
yeah,
not
they're
even
dropping the
20.
ceiling.